Now to discuss is chairman of the Border Commerce and Secretary Council and founder of Balido and Associates, Nelson Balido. Also joining us is Vice President of National Border Patrol Council, Art Del Cueto. Gentlemen, good morning. Thanks for joining me today.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
So, Nelson, President Biden constantly blaming Republicans and their failure to pass a border bill as the reason for the failures at the southern border. But he's been in office for nearly 4 years now. Couldn't he have done something before now?
Absolutely. Look, he rescinded quite a bit of executive orders from Donald Trump the first day. So he's trying to do too little, too late with 6 months left in his presidency. Now, I'll tell you that the thing is that this is not so much a bill and trying to blame it on others, because he doesn't need a bill. We don't need any of those things to stop the chaos at the border immediately. He needs to have negotiations, and that's what they need to do a better job with Mexico and other Latin American countries to stop the flow. We need to start playing football on the 50-yard line instead of the 1-yard line that we're playing to today. So these things can happen immediately. The bottom line is that he just doesn't want to do anything. He's continuously passing the buck, blaming others for his lack of inaction when this can stop now if he really wanted to.
Yeah, he's all talk, no action. So, Art, just yesterday, and this is a pretty concerning story, a U.S. Border Patrol agent came under fire from an assailant on the Mexico side of the southern border near Texas. Luckily, the agent was not injured, with the situation being investigated as a use of force incident. Could you talk to me about the everyday dangers that border officials are facing in just trying to do their jobs?
No, and that's one example, but it's something that continuously happens. It's just even when you get involved in a vehicle chase, that alone, you don't know the outcome of that. You have a lot of these agents that are out there in the middle of nowhere chasing drug smugglers still to this day, and they have limited backup because the majority of the agents are stuck in processing centers. So it's something that you continuously see each and every day. And what makes it even worse is when these individuals are apprehended, they fail to prosecute them. So that's what makes it even more, frustrating for the agents each and every day. And I will say, look, it wasn't so much that President Biden came in and he has been inactive and hasn't done anything to fix it. It's that everything was going in the right direction. Things were already in place that were fixing the problem, and he came in, dismantled each and every single one of those issues that were being handled already.
Yeah, it's just awful what these Border Patrol agents are having to deal with every single day. I can't imagine the stress that they're going through as well. Nelson, I want to pivot a little bit to our northern border because that's a problem too. Border Patrol officials for the Swanton sector in Vermont are reporting there were more than 1,100 apprehensions of illegal migrants from 40 different countries. That's the alarming stat to me. 40 different countries coming in from Canada into the U.S. That's just in March of this year alone. What do you make of these numbers?
This is just the tip of the iceberg. And I'll tell you, you said it. These are apprehensions. These are people that we know that we are catching at the border. What we know, and I'm sure Art would tell you, is that about 20%, there's 20% gotaways of people we don't know. That's not only the northern border, but also the southern border. The northern border, there's no question it's porous because it's almost 80-20. 80% of the attention comes to the southern border and only 20 to the northern border. So it's almost like a flea flicker move where everybody's looking south and people are moving in the north. But these are people that we know of. What about the people we don't know of? What about the other 20% got away? So 8 million people have crossed so far in the Biden administration that we know of. Where's the other 2 million people that are living among us, and who are they?
Yeah.
That's the danger that we face.
Yeah, Art, just about 20 seconds. You talk to Border Patrol agents. You're there. You talk to these people. You see these people. What do they need from the Biden administration, and what do they want?
They need policies that work, plain and simple. That's what they need. Look, people continue to come across the border because they realize that there's no consequences and they're going to get released. And they realize, and you know who realizes that the most? The drug cartels. The drug cartels are in control. I've said it till, screamed about it so much. The drug cartels know what they're doing strategically. They know to flood one area. They know it sends agents there to have to do the administrative paperwork. All the while, all the other individuals that they're crossing continue to cross, especially the fentanyl, the heroin, and the methamphetamines. The drug cartels are the ones running the southern border.
It's a scary America we live in, and it's only getting worse. All right, Nelson, Art, thank you guys so much for joining me this morning. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Well, coming up.